How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out what's coming up in the November update for Rust. So there's been a lot of changes to things, and if you haven't noticed, the Halloween patch brought weather in early. And of course, weather is a work in progress, guys, so there is going to be, changes, updates, and additions to it still. But yeah, weather is here. Some people with older machines seem to be having some performance problems, or more or less frame drops. I lose maybe 5 to 10 frames at most. I'm still well over 100 on my PC, so yeah, it's a little hard for me to gauge on that one. But again, it is still a first iteration that's being worked on. So anyways, since that's already been put into the game, it's not part of this update, we're going to actually run on over here, and you see these little payphones now. They have a faint little light on them at night, and there's now a phone system built into the game. So you'll see Outpost is here. This is Outpost's phone number. And then if you look here, there's some various other areas that have phone numbers. And yeah, this is just something, again, this is more of a sandbox addition to the game. It's just kind of, something different. And you can actually go ahead and call. Now, there's no one over there, so that's not, it's not going to do anything. All right, and if we take a look, under the fun category, there is now a telephone. And so this is an actual item that you can place in your base. It will give you your own unique phone number that people can then call. And then that kind of comes into this next thing where the cars have a new thing called the taxi module. So you can essentially set up a taxi service, so to say. But we'll be getting back to that one in a second. There's something else I wanted to show you related to cars, and we're going to head over here to the little vendor. And if you go here, you'll notice that the high-qual parts have all dropped in price, which is quite nice. And that will also reflect if you go ahead and look on over at Bandit Camp. You will see that, where are we here? Yep, there you go. The medium car parts have also dropped in price, which is quite nice. And there's been quite a few other changes to cars to actually help make them possibly more viable in-game. And that basically is, aiming towards seeing people using them more. Now, I don't know if eventually, like, an auto shop or anything like that will pop up. We'll just have to see, how car spawning will work. Maybe we'll be able to create the car chassis, or maybe we'll have to go buy them. I don't know. But the changes so far have been all the car modules have seen a reduce in price. The Tier 3 engine parts are not only cheaper, but they are now researchable and craftable. Engine parts are no longer made with high qual, they use metal. So that is actually another really, really nice addition. The car lift has been reduced in price, and the lift doesn't require 15 power anymore. It's now only 5, which is nice. I know I always had a problem trying to do multiple car, lifts, because, if a car sits in a lift that's powered, it doesn't decay. So that is a really big deal, because then you don't have to worry about the upkeep of your cars as long as you have electricity power to your base, which is really, 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 really nice. So that's, kind of one of those added things where it's nice there. So you'll see the reduced price is here. Looks like we lost a gear, some high qual and metal frags, so that all, reduced quite nicely. And then we'll just type in carburetor. You'll see it's 170 metal frags, 100 metal frags, 40 metal frags. So it's just metal frags now, which is really nice, and I don't think that's too bad price-wise. So that's actually really, really nice. Now, actually, I'm wondering, since this is unlocked? No, I just haven't wiped my BPs forever. Never mind. Ignore that. Yeah, so no, this isn't default. I was about to be like, wait, did they change that? But yeah, so that's actually really nice requirement there. Hopefully this helps people wanting to play around with cars but haven't really had a chance yet. So now the only thing is you just have to kind of, have a garage to put one in. So that's actually not too bad. All right, so let's go take a look at everything, and we're gonna go ahead and start with the phone. So the phone is gonna cost you $75 to research. It's a workbench level 1. And if you go ahead and look here, the crafting is going to be 50 wood, 100 metal frags, and a tech trash. So it does require tech trash. And basically, once you have it, you can place it down. And it's going to need a power connection, but you can also have a pass-through. And that pass-through is going to send a signal to something when you get a phone call. Also, it requires 1 power itself to run. So I have those hooked up here. And basically, every phone, like I said, has a phone number. So this is the phone number up here. So what I've gone and done is taken the phone number from this one and added it to the contacts of this phone. So there's a contacts, and then as you can see right here, you can add a name and this. So right here we said other me, and you'll see that one is ringing, and the pass-through is making the light go off. So there you go. It's gonna make the phone ring over here, and that's how that goes. Now, it would be cool if we could have a list of missed calls, maybe, I don't know. But that might be something that people could abuse to spam or cause buggy stuff, I don't know. But one way or another, this is definitely a really cool system. It'll be very neat to see how people play around with it. And it's just one of those things that kind of adds to the sandbox aspect of Rust. So, moving on, you can see over here we've got the taxi module. And as you can see, it is fully enclosed with glass. Now, this can't really be abused because it's always open. Anyone can jump inside. Now, I guess you could put 2 people in here and say, oh, well, you know, now it's blocked, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, this is the inside of it. And you see there's glass all around to protect the driver from whoever's in here too, so you can't just jump in the back and like beam the guy in the back of the head. There is a trading window, so you can do trades as well as use this to pay the driver. And that's basically, you know, the taxi module. So there you have it. And, you know, even if this is locked up here, like I said, people can get in and out of the taxi module. Also, if you don't like who's in there, there's a kick passengers option right here. So you see the little boot, you click on that, and it will kick whoever was in the back there out. So that is a neat little addition as well. So it'll be pretty cool to see what people do to mess around with this. You could do an armored transport for people for loot. You know, a service for noobs who don't have a nice base. Who knows? It could be all sorts of things, so people can have fun with it. Now, the module itself is going to cost $125 to research, and it is a level 2 item. Crafting it is going to be 175 frags, 125 wood, and 5 high qual. So yeah, that's basically kind of the new thing right there, and this is going to kind of cover our new items, but horses are seeing some big changes. So there is a little change that's happened here, and it's a big deal. Boats and horses now have a chance to still spawn out in the wild, but very small amount of them will. So now you can find boats without having to buy one, and you can find horses. Now, I don't know if the horses out in the wild are going to spawn with saddles or not, because now you do require a saddle for horses. So I'm not sure how that part's going to work. They, for some reason, aren't spawning wild for me right now. So I spawned these guys in, and the tameable horses still spawn in with a saddle on them. So that might just be staying out in the wild. It's just a random horse. I don't know. We'll just have to see how that works there. But the way you're going to get him is going to be the 2 new little monuments here. There should be 2 per map. There is the large barn, and then there is the ranch. So we're going to check out the ranch afterwards because we're right next to the large barn. So it should connect right up into the monuments area. It has peacekeeper turrets around. There are some like barrel and or food spawns, I guess I should say. And basically you come on up and they've got that same little reggae from the boat shops going. And you can talk to this guy. You can see you want to buy a horse, or you can check out what he has for sale. And it's $150 for a saddle. You can go ahead and now buy the high quality horseshoes and road sign armor here, and it's been taken out of Outpost. So those have moved now to the stables. So and prospectively $140 for those both. And then so we'll go ahead and do the part where we say we want to buy a horse. And he says, sure, just purchase a saddle and head over. And you're like, oh, okay. So let's go ahead and give us some scrapola here, because I forgot to do that part. And I would like to buy a saddle, even though I already have a saddle. Then you head on over to where the horses are. And you can pick yourself out a horsey. And you can go ahead and look at their stats ahead of time. It's like, I don't know about him. Blah, blah, you know, check them all out. Let's see. Ooh, let's take a look at this guy here. Thoroughbred. There we go. And so then, how do we... Ah, okay. So as long as you have a saddle, you can then go up to it and hit claim. And now we have a horse. Boom. Oh, and another one just popped right back in. Alright, that's pretty cool. Now, I mean, if I get off my horse right now, I don't know if there's anything that stops anyone from claiming it. And yeah, okay, as long as you have a saddle, so I didn't even buy that saddle, I just spawned it in, and it let me claim another horse. So, there you go, you just need to have a saddle, and you walk up to the horse and claim it. Now, oh, look at the horse poop, there's horse poop everywhere. Wow, there's literally horse poop everywhere. So yeah, that's basically how it works. So it's 150 for a horse, guys. And then you can pick whichever one you like. So I guess a lot of people will probably be going for the thoroughbreds here with their nice stats. But we'll just have to see. We'll go ahead and take a nice little look around the large barn. They definitely did some nice work on these. They really fit right in to Rust. Then if you come down into this little area, that's like the little extended out chute where the horses are. And then you can come up here and there's actually like a little hobo barrel. So if it's raining and you're cold, you can come up here and dry on off. And there's a little spotlight shining down. So let's go ahead and head on over to the ranch. All right, now I didn't find any horses yet, but there's a boat. So there you can see it, guys, that they do actually spawn in once again. So there can be the little rowboats popping around. So that is something I think will make a lot of people very happy. All right, we are here at the ranch. As you can see, this is the smaller version. Of course, that's why the other one's called a large barn. And yeah, take a little fly around the outside of it here. You can see the horses from there. And let's go ahead and jump on down. So the store is going to be right here. There's a little hitching post even popped up right there. So, you know, same deal as the other guy. Then you can head on over here. He's got a whole little like interior. He's got a little mixing table and everything set up. I just kind of like the little setups they're done, you know. But you just head right around the corner. And your horses are right here to pick and choose, so there you have it. There should always be one of each of these on the map. Another thing worth mentioning is car parts have been separated out of the red toolboxes and now have their own little in-world thing to find. It looks like a little plastic tray with random car parts on it. So you go ahead and open it here. You'll get scrap in the car parts just like before. So they're a little harder to see because they're on the ground like that usually, and so it's one of those things you want to kind of pay attention to. See if there's like another one out here maybe. Yeah, see it. Now you gotta be like, wait, they on the ground? Yep, see, there we go. I knew there was another one out here somewhere. Boom. So just the other thing kind of to keep an eye out for is the new car part box. Alright guys, that pretty much covers the most important parts of what we should be seeing coming up into the update. There are other things still being worked on, like the mining cart and train track system, the car scrapping system at the junkyard, HDRP assets being implemented into the game, animal AI is being worked on, and completely overhauled. There's a lot of stuff just kind of going on in the background still. So that's, yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff, man. It's going to be a pretty cool little update with some RP stuff added. But it's going to be different to see how people handle, you know, the scrap wall and this and that. And on that subject, there is still something of a tech tree being worked on, as well as a mission system to be able to earn scrap and or blueprints. So that would be an alternate way than just farming them. we'll just have to see how that all works. It looks like that one's going to be, another month or more away before we see anything more to it. Very early in the working stages. One other little thing to mention, Torch usually burned out pretty quickly, honestly. Now it will last through an entire Rust in-game night. So that is a nice little duration change there. That way, it makes night times a little bit easier. You don't have to try to figure out how to get another torch, especially wasting some precious low grade you could need to put towards your first furnace. So that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you later for some skins and next week for the full update information. Hope you all have a great Rusty trick-or-treat time while the event's still around, and a great upcoming weekend.